If you have ever felt like an imposter when you're talking about your web design business or marketing or talking to clients, this is for you. So, a lot of times I hear this from web designers all the time that they are amazing at what they do. They build beautiful websites. They have fun doing it. It's their dream life. They would love, love, love to get paid to do it and to get paid well to do it and have a full time business doing it. But there's just one problem. They have this voice in their head constantly telling them, you're not good enough to do this. You don't know enough yet. You need to learn more. You need to take another class. No one would ever pay you for this. You can't call yourself a web designer because you didn't go to school for this. You can't call yourself a web designer because you use Squarespace and you don't custom code your websites. We have this voice going through our head all the time. I want to know from those of you who are here with me live, how many of you have that voice in your head that's just constantly telling you you're not good enough, you don't know enough yet, you need to learn more. What if it takes you too long? Just this constant chatter of why you can't have your dream of being a full-time web designer, creating a full-time income as a web designer. So let me know in the comments if any of that resonates with you. So a lot of times what I see from the people that we help inside of our Web Designer Academy is that imposter syndrome really starts to flare up when they're not really clear on what they do and who they do it for. So they have this fear that, like, I'm going to say I'm a web designer and I'm going to talk to a client and they're going to ask me to do something that I don't know how to do. Would love to hear from you in the comments. If you're watching on the replay, if that's a thought that goes through your head, like, I'm going to talk to somebody, they're going to say, so, here's what I want, XYZ, can you do this? And you're just going to be like a deer in headlights because no, you've never custom coded a land contract title database from the ground up. And I'm pulling this example out of one of our Web Designer Academy students, an experience that she had talking to somebody. And so it's one of the things that we teach our students how to do is get so clear on what they love to do, what they don't love to do, what they're willing to do, what they're not willing to do. And they lead with that. Yes, Alex, Alex said that was totally me until I found you. You're just like, what if they asked me to use WordPress? I'm a Squarespace designer. What if this? What if that? And it's like, you need to get really clear on what you love to do, what you're great at, what you're willing to do, and what you're not willing to do. Okay. And then that's how you market. You don't just market web design. You market the things that you are fantastic at, and you have to turn it around and look at that as like, these skills solve a problem for my ideal client. This is what I do. And you're marketing that thing. So when you get really specific about what it is that you do and who you do it for and how you do it, then you rarely find yourself in a position where someone's asking you to do something that you don't do or that you don't know how to do. And especially if you're new, I hear people say like, oh, I'm afraid it'll take me too long. I'm afraid of this. I'm afraid of that. It's like, well, then just give yourself more time to do it. The thing is that I had some notes here, so that's what I'm looking at. But the thing is that you have got to take control. You are the expert here, okay? This is a mindset shift. When it comes to this whole imposter syndrome thing, it stems from a place of, one, you not being really clear on what you do and what you don't do, and really standing in that confidently and saying it and saying who it's for and who it's not for confidently. But it also comes from this place of like you being almost subservient to your client. I call it like the employee mindset, right? We're all coming from this place of, almost all of us, we're not entrepreneurs. We were taught in school how to take orders and how to listen. We went and got our job. We were taught how to do what our boss told us, right? And we take that same mentality into our client interactions. And the biggest shift that you can make, to get out of the imposter syndrome is I'm in charge of this. I have a service that they need. I get to define and determine what that service looks like. I am the one calling the shots here, and if this is not in alignment with what they need, then I'm not the right person for them, and they can go find the person that is the right person for them. So it's shifting from like being the order taking pixel pusher, as I call it, to the collaborative consultant, where you're like, this is my zone of genius. This is the platform that I build on. This is what I do. This is who I love to help. I'm so good at this. This is what I'm going to market. And I don't code and I don't write copy and I don't do graphic or whatever it is. And then that's what you're marketing. And also, you are telling the client what you are going to do for them instead of them telling you what they want you to do for them. So it's a very different mindset. So if you have ever thought things like, I don't know enough, I need to learn more, this and that, it's like, well, what do you know now? What do you know right now that you can package up and offer to your clients, or to, and who do you want to offer it to, and stay within those boundaries? And, if someone talks to you and asks you, if you can do something and you can't do something, well, then that's not the right match. But I would like to offer to you that you're smart. You figured out how to do what you do now. You could figure out how to do other stuff if you wanted to, right? So it doesn't matter if you've been doing this for 20 years or 2 weeks, 2 months, you're going to run into issues with client situations that you never anticipated. And you have to have the skill of just being able to figure it out. You have to have the skill of being able to figure it out, have the skill of being able to communicate with the client, like, hey, here's what's happening and here's what I'm doing to address it. And that's the biggest skill that you need to cultivate. It's not going to learn more code. All of those things are like the safe things that keep you never starting your web design business. So if imposter syndrome has been holding you back, get really clear on what you do, really clear on who you serve, and start thinking of yourself not as an order-taking pixel pusher, but as the consultant who is coming in to this client's business and learning about their business and developing a solution for them, instead of being hired to just like, okay, I'll just wait for you to tell me what you need and then I'll do it. And hopefully I know how to do it. And if I don't, well, I guess I'm screwed. So that's the mindset that we want you to shift into. And so I'm telling you, mindset is the biggest thing. Yes, there are lots of fantastic strategies out there, marketing tips, all the things. And I could tell you all of them on all of these lives. But if your mindset is not in the right place, you will not implement, you will not do. And so that's why I'm hosting a pricing mindset workshop on April 29th. It's going to be available after that too. But so if you're watching this after April 29th, then it's already passed. Still go to shannonmatter.com/pricing. Grab your free seat. You'll get the replay if you don't catch us live. But if you can catch us live, please do, because I'll be answering all of your questions. And we're going to go over all of those things that hold you back. Like today, someone emailed me and said, I love working with military veterans. And I hear this all the time. I love working with nonprofits. I love working with these types of clients, and they can't afford me. They can't afford to pay me. What do I do? Like, that's the kind of stuff we're going to be covering on this pricing mindset workshop. So if you want to up-level your mindset so that you can charge more, get more clients, please, please, please save your seat for that workshop. Like Kim said, mindset is so important. So if you're watching on the replay, let me know if any of that resonated with you, and let me know what other topics you want me to talk about. Tomorrow, we're going to be talking about this. I loved how someone phrased this. What do we do when we're all fishing in the same pond? Right? Someone said, we're all fishing in the same pond. how do we get clients when we're all fishing in the same pond? So that's what we're going to talk about tomorrow. So make sure that you have liked my page and you're following me so you get notified when I go live with that. So thanks so much for watching, and I would love to hear your questions in the comments. Bye.